In the far future, when the stars have kingdoms and the void has empires, there exists a universal truth whispered in the shadowy halls of every galactic throne. When diplomacy fails, you hire humans. They do not come in shimmering fleets or with ambassadors in silk robes. They arrive in battered freighters, carrying bad attitudes, heavier guns, and stories of ancient wars that no one in the galaxy quite believes, until they see the ruins humans leave behind. Humans were late to the interstellar party. By the time Earth's children crawled out past their star, the galaxy had already settled into an uneasy balance. Noble species ruling, subservient species obeying, and an unspoken agreement that progress was more important than conflict. But when humans broke into the stars, they didn't come as pilgrims or philosophers. They came as problem solvers, with itchy trigger fingers, and a talent for surviving the impossible. The galaxy learned fast. The Colorine Empire, once thought invincible, hired humans to wipe out a rebellious moon colony. The humans did it in 3 days and accidentally turned the moon into an asteroid belt in the process. The Empire paid double, thanked them, and quietly feared them forever after. Word spread like wildfire. Humans were messy, unpredictable, and terrifyingly effective. So now, centuries later, humans are no longer seen as primitive mammals. Instead, they are the monsters kings keep in cages, the assassins of empires, the secret edge when an armada alone is not enough. When an alien lord plots revenge, he whispers to his advisors, "Find the Terran mercenaries." And so, somewhere out in the dark, a human crew gets a signal, coordinates, credits, and a polite request to do terrible things for profit. Captain Mara Reds de Leon is such a villain for hire. She sits now in the flickering cockpit of her retrofitted war barge, a ship older than her grandmother's bones. Around her, her crew lounges, a hacker who once sold Earth's nuclear codes for a laugh, a medic who can patch a plasma wound while drunk, and a gunner who claims to have killed a star, though nobody knows exactly how. Tonight, they have a contract for the Oranthians, a fish-faced race too squeamish to fight their own battles. A rival species is blockading their spice mines. The Oranthians begged, pleaded, and finally called in Mara's crew. The cosmic villains you hire when you want something ugly done quickly. No one asks questions, no one files reports, and if the humans leave scorch marks on your planet, well, you were warned. As the war barge drifts closer to the blockade, Mara drums her fingers on the console. She watches the enemy ships lined up like pearls on a string. Neat, organized, professional. Too bad they're about to face the worst mistake the galaxy ever made. Humans bored in zero gravity. She grins and gives the order. Burn engines, jam comms, launch scrap missiles first. Make it messy, make it loud. Within moments, her ship becomes a screaming comet of death. Enemy sensors blind. Boarding pods drill hulls like angry bees. Inside each pod, a human grunt checks his rifle and mutters a prayer to no god in particular, because no god has time to listen when humans get violent. The blockade captain, a proud Sorthan noble, watches helplessly from his command deck as his fleet falls apart. His polished soldiers are overwhelmed by screaming, cackling Terrans who fight like they've been owed this chaos for generations. Mara herself kicks open an airlock, plasma pistol in hand, leading her crew through smoke and gunfire, laughter echoing behind her. In an hour, the blockade is gone. Or rather, scattered debris and life pods are all that remains. Mara's ship limps back to the Oranthian capital, battered but victorious. The client tries to thank her with trembling gills, offering a bonus. She takes it, pockets it, and reminds them, no receipts, no records, no complaints. Back in the void, the crew lounges again, bruised, richer, and swapping stories of who killed what. They are monsters, mercenaries, villains by every galactic law. But in the dark corners of the universe, everyone knows one truth. When peace is too hard, when laws fail, when you want results, you call the Terrans. You call the cosmic villains you hire. And they always answer. Somewhere, another desperate emperor is already whispering Mara's name. Somewhere, another blockade forms and another civilization convinces itself that humans are just myths from an older, crueler age. And somewhere drifting between the stars in an old war barge, held together with duct tape and swear words, Mara Reds de Leon smiles in her sleep. Because in a galaxy that wants peace, she is the reminder that humanity was never built for peace. They were built to win. And they always do.